What that dang your heart, what that dang. And God dang your heart, what that dang. Yes, it's the black pot.
Yabo!
AKA Kuku Show number where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, it must be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. Yes. It's from the newsreel.
Yabo!
Where we endeavor to always keep it real. And today we have a number of issues as usual, and I needed to come along. This is the voice of the people. Now the very first story I am looking at today is coming from Graphic Online, the national communicator. And remember, we are live on Facebook. Please remember to share the broadcast. Now this one says $57.44 million American dollar KIA, that's Kotoka International Airport expansion project suspended. And I read, a historic $57.44 million American dollar project meant to expand the Kotoka International Airport to accommodate aircrafts of varying sizes, including the biggest commercial airplane in the world, has been suspended indefinitely. Now, this follows the delay in the release of funds by the Ghana Airports Company Limited to complete the project on schedule. Now, the target was to complete construction works to create space for more aircrafts before the end of the first quarter of 2021. However, due to delays in honoring payment, the contractor working on the project, Michelle's Amandi Holding Company Limited, has halted operations on the site after completing about 31% of the works. It is being constructed with funding from the internally generated funds of the GACL, that's the Ghana Airport Company Limited, raised from the usage of the airport by airlines and passengers. Now, my brother, my sister, they want to expand an airport. It is the biggest airport in Ghana. It is the airport that welcomes people from abroad flying into the country. So it represents the very first instances and impressions of the nation. It is named after a villain of a coup maker by name Emmanuel Kotoka. Emmanuel Kotoka was a soldier. In the days of Kwame Nkrumah, he enjoyed national honor. At the end of the day, he was the one who started the very first coup d'etat in this country that ended successfully, removing Nkrumah whilst he was on a peacekeeping mission in Hanoi. My brother, my sister, Nkrumah never recovered from that. He died from heavy-heartedness. Kotoka was honored for being a coup maker and a destroyer of the constitution of this great nation, Ghana. They honored him with statues in Akomeah, his hometown, and also a huge edifice like the so-called Kotoka International Airport. The very first impressions of anybody flying into the country. My brother, my sister, it breaks my heart every time I fly out of the country and I am landing back in the country. The announcers on the plane would always say one thing: we will be arriving at the Kotoka International Airport in the next blah, 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 blah minutes. My brother, my sister, a country that honors villains, coup makers, charlatans, and criminals is not a country worth dying for. We have spoken about this so-called Kotoka International Airport over and over. But it looks like our leaders are under a kind of demonic spell None of them has the balls to be able to remove the name of a coup maker from such a beautiful edifice. When President Mahama's government decided to deal with the airport, raise it to a level of aesthetic beauty, we thought that they will scrape off that name. But no, they emboldened it, my brother, my sister, and they pronounced it even louder. Now, the NPP is in power. Anything against Kwame Nkrumah, they support. Do you think the NPP, led by Nana Akufo-Addo, would ever try to remove the name of Kotoka from anything in Ghana? After all, they themselves were part of the removal of Kwame Nkrumah, the UP tradition, and so on and so forth. For them, if they had a way, they would even name the Tamale Airport after Kotoka again. We live in a country where people have no morals. We live in a country where people do not respect history. And the people who do not respect history are a people who are not dying, worth dying for. I am so ashamed of the Kotoka International Airport. My brother, my sister, look at the number of heroes Ghana produced in the past and even now. If you are short of names, at least name it after my grandfather, who served the Ghana police from the Gold Coast police all the way into the Ghana police so wholeheartedly. If you are short of heroes, my brother, my sister, at least we have Abedi Pele. You can put his name on the airport. If you are still short of heroes, there is Tony Yeboah. His name could still be on the airport. And if you are still short of heroes, at least you can put the name of Bukom Banku on the airport. I will respect more the so-called Kotoka International Airport called Bukom Banku International Airport, more than Kotoka International Airport. What did Bukom Banku do in his own rights, in the slum that he grew up in? He inspired and raised a lot of people. He was a comedian who made us laugh every now and then. Every utterance that he threw at us cracked us up. He's better than Kotoka. Now let me get to the meat of the whole story. They are saying that they need 57.44 million American dollars. My brother, to be able to complete the so-called Kotoka International Airport, to open it up so that huge airplanes can land at the airport. Look, no matter what you do to this airport, if you still continue to hold on to the label of Kotoka, it will all be an exercise in futility. May I take you deeper? Hear me now. Now you need 57.44. They say they need 200 million American dollars to complete the cathedral. There's a competition. Cathedral versus the airport. Which one would get the priority? My brother, my sister, I still would ask President Mahama, anytime and anywhere I meet him, why the name Kotoka was not changed when he was in power. With all of you considering yourselves as Nkrumaists, your father served under Kwame Nkrumah. He was one of Kwame Nkrumah's very good friends. Aside that, Kwame Nkrumah is an international icon of Pan-Africanism. Emmanuel Kotoka was nothing but a villain. I'm still ashamed that this airport is named after Kotoka. Finally, President Mahama has vowed that if he ever comes into power, he will rename all the outfits and universities that Nana Akufo-Addo is busily naming after UP heroes, NPP heroes. Please, before you start changing those names, do the needful. Change the dirty Kotoka name from our airport and give us a better name. If you are short of names, you can go for the very first king of the Ghana Empire from where we had our inspiration to name our country. He was called Dinga Cisse. I would be glad to see the airport named after such wonderful personalities. Dinga Cisse International Airport. It is good enough. It makes us the gateway to Africa. We are a Pan-African nation, and therefore we have gone out to bring other African heroes into our nation. To God be the glory. Next thing I want to look at, my brother, is from Peace FM Online, and it says Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman is not exciting. And this is Nana Akomeah on NDC running mate. And I read, Nana Akomeah, the Chief Executive Officer of the Intercity State Transport Corporation, STC, has lauded the former Education Minister, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, for being selected as running mate of the National Democratic Congress. Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman was announced by her party days ago to partner their presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama. The NDC in a statement pronounced her as the running mate. But Nana Akomeah, speaking on Peace FM's Kokroko, described Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman as a good woman. However, to him, she will make no difference in the elections. She's a good woman. There is really no excitement about her candidature, even though she's a good person. She's not exciting. I leave it here. My brother, can you see the level of decadence in our thinking? Can you see the level of political decadence in our thinking? Nana Akomeah, a fine gentleman. I love him. Anytime he makes utterances like this, I cringe. Hey, this is pure politicking. Hear this. He says that Nana Opoku-Agyeman, professor, is a very, very good woman. But the fact that she's not exciting, she won't make any difference in the elections. So in Ghana, we are now looking for excitement more than the content of the character of being good. Can you listen to yourself? Oh, this is a very good person. This person would have been the best person for Ghana because this person is so good. This person has a kind heart, a genuine heart, a loyal heart, is full of patriotism. But the fact that this person is not a comedian to go around and make people laugh in excitement. This person would not go around and turn herself into a cheap comedian like Akomeah, lying from night till day. Ramadan has come. A lot of them will pause lying for the time being because Ramadan and Islam calm a lot of Muslims down. But the fake Muslims will still come up with lies because they want to win an election. Hallelujah. Now, when you go to the Zongus, Ramadan is a very, very good disciplinarian. No matter how violent the Zongo man is, when Ramadan comes, he is most humble, and I respect that. If nothing would humble the Zongo man, not Ramadan. So all over, you will realize that there's calm and quiet in the Zongos because people are fasting. But the fake Muslims, because they respect elections more than they respect Allah, will still go around lying between their teeth because they want to win an election. Hear me now. I am so ashamed at this utterance. Nana Opoku-Agyeman is a very good woman, and she will do a lot of good to our people, but she's not exciting. My God, are you looking for excitement or you're looking for common sense? Are you looking for excitement or you are looking for people who have the credibility to rule a nation? I am shocked to the bone. This is Nana Akomeah speaking. A man I hold in high esteem, I respect and I love. And I still love him. When I meet him, I'm going to speak to him and say, Nana, did you really say that? Must you politic with everything? You have a candidate who is known for lies. He has lied more than Satan himself. Satan is the king of lies. But Akomeah is the king of kings of the kings of lies. Lying night and day. He has lied to the point that Satan himself has decided to vacate his throne and allow Akomeah to sit on that throne. Today, Akomeah is the one sitting on the throne of Satan. Hallelujah. That is why these days the sun is so hot everywhere. Akomeah is the one sitting on the throne of Satan. That is why children are dying in Ghana. Diseases all over the place. Stroke, killing people all over the place. I just saw a certain publication that says 50% of Ghanaians are at risk of getting stroke. Akomeah is sitting on the throne of Satan. To be honest with you, if you put Satan on my left and put Akomeah on the right, being the king of kings of lies, he is more dangerous than Satan. Hallelujah. And these things we say, we are not joking. Ha! Nana Akomeah says, Nana Opokwa Jimai, he's actually a very good person. But you know, we don't really want a good person. We want a comedian who will make us laugh. How would the nation grow? Oh, what a joke of a politicking man. I am so ashamed. These are the things we say, and the white people disrespect us and never ever respect us. How can you put serious-minded people aside and be running after comedians who only make you laugh, who know next to nothing about governing a nation except to tell a plethora of lies and sit on the throne of Satan? I leave it here. Hey! Hear this now. I'm reading this from 3news.com. And it says, patients stranded as doctors at Kotoka Int Teaching Hospital begin their strike action. My God. And I read, patients who went to the Kotoka Int Teaching Hospital for medical attention have been left stranded as doctors have laid down their tools over challenges with accommodation. Now the doctors claim the constant eviction threat issued to some of them does not give them the right frame of mind to work. The doctors are being evicted from their current official residence at Danyame to pave way for redevelopment. The doctors argued that they are not against the redevelopment, but want a proper relocation arrangement. Oh my God. Is this one too difficult to understand? Doctors are saying, even though we are not paid well, we will still work with integrity. Even though you look down on us, you politicians, when you are sick, you travel all the way to Germany, America, and England for treatment, we still will treat those who will respect us and come over to us. Even though we do not have a good place of residence, as we are being plagued by so much eviction notices every now and then, we want to tell you that we are not against the redevelopment plan because we want to see Ghana grow. All we want is for you to relocate us properly. We don't have a peace of mind. Men sano corpore sano is a Latin statement that says a sound mind is in a sound body. If your body is not sound, your mind can never be sound, and vice versa. Vice versa. Hear me now. The doctors are not crying that they don't want to move. They want to move to make way for redevelopment at Danyame. But as it stands right now, no arrangements have been made. Constant eviction notices slapping them, and in their cringing brows, they feel pain. My brother, have you ever lived in a house and every morning your landlord comes knocking at your gate? And he most of the time will come knocking when he sees a young female come into your room to embarrass you and make you feel bad. Especially when you cook sumptuous foods and you compete with his wife's food. He would make sure that he embarrasses you anytime you default even by 1 minute. Sorry about you, Namsa. What cement that? Especially if it's a nodna, you are in trouble. Shake it and duruwa. That duruwa dan boroba. Kataba says cementi. Kataba says me, you buy cement before. You buy cement before. My brother, my sister, please, innocent people are going to die in Kumasi. Innocent mothers are going to give birth to still babies. Innocent people will go down the drain, all because of the carelessness of this government in power. Need I say more? I leave it here. The last thing I want to look at, and I will be done, is this one I'm reading from Ghana Web. It was originally published by City News. And it says, CCTV. How CCTV footage exposed prison officers who aided Chinese national to escape. My brother, my sister. A Chinese national arrested for galamsey and whatever was sent to court and convicted. 2 prison officers were supposed to take this Chinese convict to prison. On the way, the Chinese man called Xiang, my brother, my sister, spoke to the prison officers and said, you know what? I want to go to prison. It's not a problem. But please, I have missed my wife. Could you please take me to this hotel so I'll meet my wife and give her a quickie? After the quickie, I am okay. You can take me back to jail. But I will give you 1,000 Ghana cedis. Listen to this. They are taking you to jail. You said that please take me to a hotel where my wife is. I want a quickie. After the quickie, you can take me back to jail. But take this 1,000 Ghana cedis for your trouble. The 2 prison officers, dumb as they could be, agreed and took the Chinese national called Xiang to a hotel. And they sat right there in the reception whilst he went into a room to meet with his wife. They sat and sat and sat, hour after hour, hour after hour. Xiang was not coming out. They decided to go and knock at the door. The door was locked. Ratapapapam, rapapam pam pam. They were knocking. And when they brought the master key to open the hotel, Xiang and his wife had escaped through the window onto the balcony, and they were gone for good. Now the prison officers decided to go to a hockey pitch to hide the handcuffs because they couldn't explain to their superiors that they handcuffed Xiang and he was still able to escape. So they hid it and went back to their superiors and told the superiors that when they were bringing them, a certain car, Toyota Vitz, crossed them and Xiang was able to escape in that car with the handcuffs on. My brother, my sister, lack of patriotism. I read another one which said now prison officers are bribed with KFC and fried rice and they make people escape. Oh, Jesus. So you see the country we are in? Retirement benefits are so poor. MPs and the rest are getting big ex-gratia. Yet the prison officers and the police, their retirement benefit cannot even buy a chomo. When you go to America, England, Japan, and China, They look at their huge retirement benefits. And even if they want to be disloyal to their country, their spirit will not allow that. In our country, we are the direct opposite. We tell our hard-working citizens to wait and die and go for their reward in heaven. So they are in a hurry to die by killing the nation first. It's a sad thing. Somebody who came to destroy your country, convicted of the crime, you decided to take 1,000 cedis to allow him to go and have a quickie. Now he has escaped. He doesn't even care and think about you. To God be the glory. Well, my name Black Rasta has been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Next is the African history class, preceded by 3 for the class.